We'll be bringing death and carnage from the sky when we reincarnate a 700-year-old multi-stage Chinese rocket.
Will our weapons strike fear into the hearts of our enemies, or will it blow up in our faces? History is full of inventors who've tried to change the world. But there's a fine line between genius and absurd.
Our team digs up strange inventions from history and brings them to life. We're gonna build these inventions from scratch.
And put them to the test.
And some of them might actually work. Jeremy MacPherson is an amateur historian and special effects artist who's worked on films like X-Men and Chicago.
Matt Hunter is a skilled carpenter and backyard inventor.
Together, we are the Re-Inventors.
Matt and I are going back to the 14th century to take a closer look at the world's first multi-stage rocket.
We're going to build it from scratch and test it on the battlefield for the first time in 700 years. But before we get down to business, we can't resist starting things off with a bang.
Get down. Oh, you're moving. How short's that fuse?
buddy. Short one, ready? Hang on a second.
That thing's gone.
We got pieces of house over here on that one.
Awesome. You done?
Yeah. All right, so.
It's gone, and we didn't use any new technology in that thing.
No, just a can of gunpowder.
Yeah.
Super simple, blew that house to pieces, man.
The discovery of gunpowder dates back to the 9th century. Chinese alchemists stumbled onto the formula while trying to create an elixir of immortality. Instead, they created an explosive combination that they started using in a variety of weapons, including a deadly multi-staged rocket.
The 14th century military text, okay?
Ooh,
this thing is called fire dragon issuing from water. I think the idea being that you would fire it from land, it would fly across the water and attack a ship.
The big problem I have, though, right away is where are we gonna find dragon hair? At this late in the game, I mean, come on.
There's no more dragons.
There's
It's
definitely
crazy.
no more dragons.
So the hind end here is packed with black powder. I can light it for you.
Yeah,
Here.
that makes sense.
Whoa. It's crazy.
What was that little secondary thing here, though? It looked like it burst open and a bunch of explosive tipped arrows came out.
Good call, man. So that really makes it the first multi-stage weapon. Awesome.
Actually, there had been multi-stage weapons in the past, but this was the very first multi-stage rocket. The Chinese used this impressive-looking weapon primarily against ships. This multi-stage rocket is an early grandfather of the Apollo rockets that traveled to the moon and the French Exocet anti-ship missile. According to an ancient Chinese military text, the Fire Dragon flew 3 to 4 feet above the water and had a range of approximately 1,500 meters.
And it flew pretty straight too, right?
Parallel to the ground, which is pretty cool.
Which is going to be the hardest part, I think. You know, all that weight, the black powder in the back end.
But it looks like there's some kind of stabilizer rocket here to help keep that nose up in flight.
It's going to be a difficult build. I don't think a dragon head's going to help the whole thing, though.
We'll make it light.
Yeah, so maybe that should be part of our measures of success. I mean, the stable flight path. Flying straight and distance is going to be a problem. The text says this thing can go a kilometer, but I'm pretty sure that's impossible.
With a black powder rocket,
Yeah,
come on.
I know, it's
and
nuts.
destructibility, we know we can take care of that. You and I can blow up
no problem.
anything.
Especially with Les, right? He's working on the black powder right now. That's got to be the hardest part, man.
Surprise, surprise. Let's go see what he's up to.
I'd like to blow some stuff up.
We're on our way to meet with our favorite agent of destruction, explosives expert, Les.
Les brought a few gunpowder samples so we can determine the best fuel for our rocket engine.
What you got cooking there, Les? It smells
Oh,
good.
I got some gunpowder here for you.
Nice.
Yeah.
The first gunpowder, known as black powder, was made of 3 main ingredients: charcoal that acts as a fuel, potassium nitrate that supplies oxygen for the reaction, and sulfur, which lowers the ignition temperature and increases the speed of combustion.
So is this the earliest form of gunpowder?
That's what they started with. They just mixed the 3 ingredients together and found that it was explosive.
The relative effectiveness of black powder comes from the proportion of the ingredients and the way the final product is milled or ground down. Smooth milled gunpowder is used in small bore guns, while coarse granulations are used for large bore guns, cannons, or in our case, rocket propellant.
All right, we got our old-fashioned black powder burn test here, and I've got the 4th century black powder.
Yeah, I got the modern day stuff here.
And I'm stuck here with our 10th century Chinese firework grade powder.
Very nice.
All right.
And hopefully from this, we'll be able to learn what the best burn time is, right?
Right, for our propellant, you bet.
Here we go. Go, go, go! Whoa, whoa! Hey, that was nice. I'm still going here.
Yeah, it'll go for a
So this is a slow burn.
Right, which is too slow for any propellant. This one seemed to be too hot and too volatile,
way
right?
too fast, too explosive.
You know,
Okay.
mine burned actually very intensely, some nice volatility, and it was kind of a prolonged burn. It wasn't super fast.
That's hilarious, because that is the one we want to use. It's perfect.
Historically accurate.
So this porridge is too cold, this porridge is too hot, this one's just right.
You got it. Now that we've chosen our gunpowder, we're on to the next phase, making fire arrows.
Oh yeah. Is that what turned out nice?
Well, better anyway.
The moment of truth awaits. Will our fire arrows fly straight and true, or is it back to the drawing board?
Where'd it go?
We're building a weapon from a 14th century Chinese military design, a multi-stage rocket called Fire Dragon issuing from water, designed to hit enemy targets more than a kilometer away.
Before we start a full-scale build, we're meeting up with our explosives expert, Les. He'll help test a key component of our weapon, fire arrows, the second stage of the Chinese rocket. We made you some arrows back at the workshop,
Yep.
Les.
Okay, well, I got some experiments here for you. We got some rockets we need to try.
Using our 10th century black powder recipe, Les built 3 different rocket tubes to find the best one to launch our arrows. The first one uses 90 grams of black powder.
Run, Les, run!
Whoa, hey!
We got fire.
That's great.
The second rocket tube packs 150 grams of black powder.
All right, give her beans, Les.
Where'd it go?
That just went everywhere.
It just vaporized.
All right, so that's not gonna work.
That thing went off like a bomb, not a rocket. If that thing goes off in midair and blows that missile to pieces, it's no good. We only have 1 rocket left to test. If it doesn't work, we're in big trouble here. One more fire arrow test. Einstein will be the target. I wonder if he's shaking in his boots. You know what? For once, my money's on Einstein. All right, last pull the trigger.
Go! Oh! Did you see the spin on that?
Although the fire arrows are not that accurate, the explosive tips make them at the very least dangerous. They start a grass fire.
Nice!
Not bad at all.
So the fire arrow does do damage, though.
I'll say, it's capable of anything.
Our fire arrows lack accuracy, but a barrage of them from our rocket could be deadly. Used against a ship, the fire arrows could start rigging and sails on fire if the rockets could get close to their target. For now, we're moving to the next step, building a few smaller prototypes of the Chinese rocket for testing. Before we get started on our prototypes, I've got a little historical surprise for the Chairman.
Thinking, and there's this cool old invention the Chinese were also involved with,
Yeah.
the fire arrow launcher. So this thing looks like a modern day rocket launcher,
Yeah.
yet it fires arrows.
I like it. And what's this, the mouse down here?
Yeah, or some kind of a pressure pad. I guess you hit it as hard as you can to launch the arrows out, right?
Okay, well, it's a simple build. Do you want to try it?
Let's try it up our accuracy.
All right.
After inventing the fire arrow, the Chinese soon developed a launcher to fire a barrage of explosive-tipped fire arrows at their enemies. Our launcher is designed to launch multiple fire arrows to make up for their lack of accuracy.
Careful, it's still wet.
Yeah, it's definitely patchy in places, isn't it?
Yeah.
Looks good, though.
Not bad.
28 missiles come out of this at once.
That's right. 14 per side. That's a lot coming at you, man.
Now, if we miss with this thing, we suck.
That's true.
It's like going back in time. By building some rocket prototypes, we hope to determine the best aerodynamics and angled thrust required to get it to fly straight and parallel to the ground. While Matt and I are busy building prototypes, Mother Nature decides to throw us a curve. Snow, snow, and more snow.
Where'd all this come from, man?
Oh, Canada. You know, I ordered this snow last winter. Never showed up, though, of course. 1 year too
Got
late.
lots this year.
Hey guys,
what's up?
good. I got a present for you.
Nice! nice, man. I know what this is.
High-speed camera.
Beautiful. I've used these before. It's 1,000 frames per second. It's crazy.
Normal cameras like 24 to 30. This should catch all the action.
Yeah,
for sure.
hopefully.
Right, you guys go set up over there. I got some more work to do in the rockets.
All right,
and
give us a
away we
test.
I got a couple of ideas. While Les sets up the rocket prototypes, we play with our brand new toy. Oh, I got it!
I got it in the face.
The high-speed camera will capture the action of our Chinese rocket in slow motion, so we can learn what tweaks we need to make for our final build.
You see that? It's my knife.
Go. Oh, no.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Did you see that? The shape of that?
Beautifully backlit. It's amazing the suspension on that balloon. It
Yeah.
holds the water in place.
Yeah, but 1,000 frames per second really captures that nicely,
so
eh? You want to check
cool.
out the next one? Oh! Look at that! Couple pieces.
Totally
Oh,
hemisphered
it's gonna go back together. No, it's not. It's
Look at the seeds bouncing.
yeah. Hey, then we
That's
found a good
killer.
way to separate the seed from the apple. But that 1,000 frames per second like captured the explosion that you could barely see, right?
Well, that's the amazing part. I mean, looking at this thing earlier with the naked eye,
Yeah.
you could see none of this. It looked pretty tiny.
Yeah.
But that shows so much detail. This should work perfectly for the rockets.
Yeah, we could break down the explosion there.
Let's go light one up and check it
Okay.
out.
With our test today, we'll be trying to figure out which angle works best for launching our rockets. First up, a horizontal launch of our single-stage prototype.
On three.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, give her.
All right, so we got a good 8 feet, man.
Yeah,
not
if
bad.
that ship was right in front of the launch position, it would have been perfect.
Yeah.
Like if they were going side by side. The horizontal launch was a complete failure. We need to get a bit more altitude. So we're trying a 45-degree angle of a 2-stage prototype equipped with fire arrows. Still running, still running.
What? That was amazing.
Going off everywhere.
That didn't survive very good.
Broke
did
the
it?
nose cone, rockets everywhere.
But we got some great height, right?
Well, the cool thing was it actually stayed elevated. There was no drop to the ground.
Yeah.
Although the prototype didn't fly straight, the fire arrows did launch.
Back in the MTU, we watched the footage from our high-speed camera looking for some clue as to what might have gone wrong on the launch pad.
So
here we go.
Everything looks like it's firing.
Front rockets are going.
Yeah.
There they
oh
go.
yeah.
There
So
they
there's
go.
the big burst. Okay.
Lots of ignition on all 5 rockets.
Okay, we got lift. Look
Barrel
how
roll.
huge that looks. This is Saturn V taking off.
That is awesome.
That's crazy.
And there we're upside down there now. Excellent. Excellent. Now here's where things get a little bit weird.
Yeah. So I think we have a full light in the back and the front aren't perfectly lit, so it's turning it.
There they go
there
now.
it's got a good
Ignition.
burst. And so, this is when it starts coming back this way, right?
If we can get all 5 of our rockets to fire simultaneously,
Yeah.
this thing's going to float and hopefully stay off the ground.
Can we get the weight of our dragon head up in the air, though, is a big question.
Well, that's the million-dollar question. Let's start building that final rocket and get to the bottom of things.
Okay.
Back at the workshop, we go over the changes that we need to make based on our tests.
We can cut down on the variables, though. I think we got the angles of these rockets pretty much set in stone. I mean, 45 degrees in the front and 30 in the back was pretty good, right?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Our final build includes some fairly simple materials used by the Chinese: bamboo and hemp twine. Pretty innocent stuff until we add Les's deadly rockets.
Oh, yeah.
Using bamboo instead of cardboard adds considerable weight to our final design. The same challenge the Chinese rocket designers must have faced 700 years ago. The procedure, the head attachment procedure, there we go.
So I guess we're going to leave the second stage rockets out for now.
Yeah, we'll wait till we get out there just for safety. We do have the fuses in place, though. So
It's looking pretty good.
there we
Looks
go.
evil, man.
You know, it might be the first time since the 14th century this guy's gone for a flight, right?
Well, let's get our winter gear on and get to the MTU and get to testing.
All right.
Once again, the test for our Re-Inventions that go boom takes us to fresh, exciting locations. We are in the middle of nowhere.
Somewhere in the summer field, though, there's supposed to be a lake we can do a bit of testing.
Yeah, it may not be a lake today, it might be a giant ice cube, but that'll be
Point.
fine.
Good.
Will our multi-stage rocket work? Will we be the conquerors or the vanquished?
We're about to test the world's first multi-stage rocket, called Fire Dragon Issuing from Water. It was designed by the Chinese in the 14th century. Powered by gunpowder, the rocket was designed to fly at least a kilometer, then launch a second stage of deadly fire arrows.
Then we're off to set up the rocket.
While the rocket isn't our biggest build, this multi-stage weapon has given us multiple problems. Today is our day of reckoning, and one question hangs on our minds. Will it work?
All right, so here we are, surrounded by our pirate ships, a very common scene in the 14th century, right?
Absolutely. All along the coast of China, pirates were prolific, sacking villages, attacking and sinking ships, just doing what pirates do, right? Bad stuff.
It's a perfect test for our two-stage rocket here. We've got our village set up over here, and we're defending against these crazy looters.
Will this thing fly straight? Can we control where it's going? And of course, how far can we send it? Distance is one of our measures of success as well.
Exactly, and our destructive force. Can we nail these guys and take them down?
Well, one way to find out, man. Phase 1, let's do it. Before we test our Chinese rocket, we'll be testing the first prototype Les built using modifications based on our previous launch trials.
We've added a bit more power to our front rockets for an even liftoff. For safety reasons, Les hooked up an electronic ignition system.
All right, arming.
Phase 1, buddy. Set?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go!
Fired. Oh, yeah! That thing moved!
The prototype wasn't very accurate, but it made pretty good distance.
Unfortunately, nowhere near a kilometer that the actual Chinese rockets were supposed to have traveled. From what's left of the rockets, it's impossible to say if the fire arrows launched.
Flight path was a bit wonky, I think. Probably got caught in the wind a little bit.
We should watch it in the slow-mo, and then we can maybe learn from that.
Absolutely.
All right. All right. Fuse is going up. Good start.
There, we got burning up in the front
we
and
do.
the rear, so that's good. All fuses lit. Whoa.
All right, so this nothing on the front right.
Yeah, something's weird. Well, that totally explains why that rocket veered to the right and missed the targets completely. We gotta get these things firing simultaneously, or we're dead, man.
Yeah, totally.
We double check our wire connections to make sure all the igniters are set in the black powder rockets, so we can get a good clean ignition and burn. Guys?
Okay, you ready, Les?
I'm ready when you guys
All
are.
right,
You
fiery
betcha.
phase 2, man.
Confidence is high.
3, 2, 1, go! Come on, buddy! Go, go, go! Wow!
Oh, yeah!
The fire arrows launched while the rocket was still on the launch pad. There's no way to determine what went wrong with the main rocket engines without taking a look at the slow motion footage.
Looks like the rockets attached to the stabilizers fire before the main rocket.
So it's our sinking, right? We still have to get those rockets synced.
And the big thing is, this next test involves our bamboo period rocket, more weight.
Right.
It's super important those things fire together.
Pressure's on now.
Before moving on to our full-size, full-weight Chinese rocket, we'll do one test with a smaller, lighter version.
So we tweaked a few things, but we're starting to realize that it's a bit of a crapshoot. I mean, the odd fuse burns slow, the odd fuse burns fast. It's becoming a real hurdle for us in these testing.
Countdown ready?
You ready?
Yeah.
3,
2,
1,
go! Come on, she's lit. No!
Our first Chinese rocket definitely left the launch pad, but didn't fly straight. Again, we've got nice
whoa,
fuse.
what's happening there? This
That was a chunk of the tail fin, look at that.
There's another one coming off. Tailspin there too. Yeah, hold on.
Well, look what's happening here.
Okay, look at
here
that.
you go.
Nothing from the tail end this time, but all 4 of our other rockets are going, right?
So that explains why this thing basically came off the launch pole and went right over our heads and landed behind us.
Okay.
Man.
Again, the rocket engines fired erratically, and the rocket didn't get anywhere near our enemy targets.
In fact, it could have damaged our own army, if we actually had one. Oh, it seems like we can't win. We can't get these things to fire simultaneously.
It's a sinking.
Well, I can't believe it, Jer, but it's Pirates 3, us 0.
I know, but look at this dead ringer, right? We got the big tail, the perfect carving.
We give our Chinese rocket a few final tweaks. Stabilizers set, tail fins aligned, black powder charges attached to ignition wires. All systems appear ready.
Take that, pirate!
Grab that box, Jer.
You got it? Give me a countdown. You give me a countdown?
3, 2, 1, Ignition!
Oh boy! Heads up! Heads up! Heads up! Okay, she's down.
Coming down!
Let's go to it.
We got a live one!
The head's still smoking here.
Rocket debris everywhere, but the head's still with the body of the rocket.
Are we good here or what? Oh,
Well, she's on fire.
Ooh, that's nice.
I don't know if we're gonna recover the black box though.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Woo! Smells good.
So that was pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean, we're 20 feet away from our target.
Definitely distance was awesome. Our flight path wasn't super with that tail fin coming off early, but it spiraled out here. This thing would still leave a mark. Look at
And
that.
in use, if we had 1,000 of these going, we'd probably hit something, right?
Well, that's a big thing. So you know what? The jury's still out in the success of this weapon.
Right.
The score now stands. Pirates 4, Re-Inventors 0. But the battle isn't over yet. We still have one more weapon in our arsenal.
All right, so from the same time period, we got something as so crazy as this.
Well, this is basically the equivalent of the modern-day missile launcher. They
Right.
called it the multi-fire arrow launcher.
That's right, and we raised our chances a lot. I mean, 30 times, right?
Yeah, we've definitely increased our odds. We're talking like Vegas here.
Our launcher has 28 fire arrows, all linked to one fuse for simultaneous attack. The arrow tips are filled with gunpowder designed to explode on impact.
3, 2, 1.
Whoa!
Oh, yes! That was unbelievable. Oh, they're still going up.
Oh! Where was that?
That was up front here, super tight.
Are we clear up here or what?
They've all left the
Okay.
chambers. That
Elvis-
was pretty impressive
Elvis
firepower.
left the building that time, eh?
So you know what? Man, the Chinese were onto something.
Yeah.
Multiple warheads equals multiple damage, tons of strikes out there.
Yeah, definitely.
The fire arrow launcher kicks some serious butt. Final score, Pirates 4, Re-Inventors 28.
Just for the record, the fire dragon gradually disappeared from Chinese history sometime after the 14th century.
Maybe they had the same problems we did.
On the other hand, fire arrows stayed in the Chinese military arsenal all the way up to the 19th century and were used against the French in the Second Opium War.
So for our fire arrow launcher, man, we have to patent approve that.
Well, for technology of its time, it was way ahead. That thing took out all these ships, soldiers, unbelievable.
Yeah, and kind of sad news. Let's go back to the main event, right?
Well, that's the big problem. Our big two-stage Chinese missile, the criteria, we had stable flight path, no way, two thumbs down.
No, and our distance was very meager compared to what the Chinese were getting, right?
Supposedly 1 kilometer to 1.5 kilometers.
Yeah.
We got nowhere near that.
And destructive force, I mean, our secondary rockets were going off before we left the pad.
It was useless.
I know.
I'm telling you, buddy, 2 thumbs way down, patent denied.
For me too. Let's get out of here.
Pirates win again.